Hello, investors. Today, you are all going on an adventure. However, there's a twist. This adventure will be free of hours spent looking for a place that's near you, fun, and in your price range. Now, how might you achieve this? Through Quest, a website and soon-to-be app that curates personalized adventures for customers based on a 5-minute survey asking how much they're willing to spend and travel. So at Quest, we aim to solve all the problems that arise from making plans and be the leaders of innovation in this ever-growing market. The team at Quest released a survey asking what teenagers struggle with when making plans and found the following from 100 responses. First off, almost half of our surveyors struggle with indecisiveness when making the plan, and 77% of the people we surveyed said they're willing to use a service like ours.
So how do we simplify the process of deciding? Starting in the LA area, we had an entire day planned for people, including dinner reservations, travel times, and picture-taking spots. You no longer have to worry about what's fun around you because we've got you covered. Secondly, you choose the budget that you want to spend, whether that's from nothing to spending tens of thousands of dollars a night. We've got you covered. And lastly, we ask the customers when they're free and curate the quest according to their schedule.
Judges, first up on this adventure, we bring you our minimum viable product. We used the data from our customer research and created an adventure quiz that included questions such as, what kind of adventure do you want to experience? How much are you willing to spend? And do you prefer a more crowded or intimate place? These types of questions allow us to curate the best adventure possible as they are all catered to our customers' needs. In addition, we built a simple landing page where users would go to access our survey, and from that point on, our MVP was up and running. When a customer fills out the survey, the team at Quest works hard to curate the best experience for our customers. We essentially create an itinerary for their adventure, listing out each activity that they would complete. We add fun, personalized headings and decorations that aesthetically match the theme of the Hangout, and we even leave recommendations for food and activities, such as which meal they should order to further eliminate the hassle of decision-making. Additionally, to enhance the customer's experience, we make sure to include the opening and closing times of the shops. After every adventure is completed, each customer will receive a feedback form that will allow the team at Quest to better our services. As we continue to obtain more and more customers, our MVP will change and be more refined.
Next on this adventure, we will be touring Fun at Quest's business model and its expected economics. As we're still in the early stages of our startup, the way we currently monetize is through tip collection after our customers have completed their quest. So how does this work? First, a feedback form is sent out to the customer and they rate us. At the end, there is a link to our PayPal where customers will be able to choose how much they'd like to tip for our services. Our most recent tip was paid by Salman, who did a tour with us. He had 2 personalized quests and was satisfied. Users are free to choose however much they want to tip. Once we get to the point where we get enough recurring tipping customers, we plan to charge $4.99 per quest with 1 free quest per month in a subscription model. Additionally, in the future, we'd like to charge restaurants for customers we bring in and try to make our services free to the consumers.
Our next stop is our market. Judges, our total addressable market, which is the total market demand for our service, is essentially those in the total US population within our target age group of the ages of 17 to 30 that could pay for our service. Our serviceable addressable market, which is a segment of the TAM that is available within our geographical reach, would be the teenagers in the LA area that could pay for our service. And our serviceable obtainable market, which is the portion of the serviceable addressable market that we can capture, we addressed how many people in our team can serve and convince customers while having repeat customers. We then went on to multiply the LA teen population by a conversion rate of 3%, as we have been able to get around 1 customer response per 30 direct messages on Instagram. This calculation gave us an obtainable customer population of 26,000 people, and we multiplied this by a service fee of $4.99 to give us a SOM value of $133,000. Therefore, by targeting the city of Los Angeles, we're able to attain a large customer base, and this number will only continue to grow as we expand into other locations in the US and further.
Next up on your adventure, we bring you competitors and differentiation. When our team looked into the current competitors we would be facing in the market, we found 3 main companies. The first one of these is an app called The Nudge. The Nudge sends their customers pre-made adventures which may be too far from where they live, and the customers don't really have a say in what they want their adventure to be. These adventures are generic and don't solve any problems. Another competitor we found was Eventbrite, which is an event planning service that alerts customers what events are happening in their area. Users go on there to see what shows are happening and what performers are near them. It's mainly limited to live events. Lastly, there's Airbnb, which is a service that hosts adventures for tourists in certain areas. While this is convenient for those on vacation, it's only catered toward tourists. So looking at these competitors, what makes Quest different? First off, Quest plans out the entire day and eliminates the need for decision making. With the Nudge and Eventbrite, there are still so many options that it doesn't really solve the problem of indecisiveness. And with Airbnb, as I mentioned earlier, their target market is only tourists, whereas Quest is meant for tourists as well as teenagers looking to hang out. Next, each and every adventure that Quest curates is personalized and unique. They are catered to your needs, such as the amount you want to spend, where you're located, the amount you're willing to drive, and more. In comparison, the Nudge makes you select such a huge area that a majority of the quests that they suggest end up being too far. And lastly, we want to tap into the markets that the Nudge hasn't tapped into. This industry is so big, and the Nudge has validated our idea for us, and now it's our turn to pick up their slack.
The next stop on your tour is marketing. We're thriving because of our marketing and reach people through our social media channels. As of right now, one of our main focuses is Instagram. We put up posts that explain our product, and we started posting some of the tours we previously created for our customers and showcasing the experiences we've given them. Additionally, we started cold DMing people that interact with LA travel pages and are getting about 1 response per 30 DMs. We're also trying to collaborate with city Instagram pages in the future by curating quests specifically within these cities and tagging them in our Instagram posts so that they can give us a shout out on their social media. Lastly, we want to start creating a presence on TikTok. By posting daily about the things we do using trends and viral sounds, we feel as if it will make Quest seem more fun and help bring in lots of loyal customers as they feel as if they're part of the team.
Transitioning into our traction, through our marketing tactics, we have had 8 customers in less than 2 weeks that have claimed to love our service, and some of these customers have even reposted us. On our Instagram page, because of our consistent posting, we have reached 219 potential customers within the past month. Furthermore, on our Instagram, we have had 93 content interactions and have engaged with 33 accounts. After more experiments and iteration with our customers, we plan on using this feedback to better a product for the mainstream market so that we can increase our sales.
We are now nearing the end of this adventure, and we want to discuss our team's long-term plan for growth. We have 4 major goals we want to accomplish. First, we want to expand geographically into every region of the United States and as well as Canada. We are currently focusing on the LA region since 2 of our members reside there, but we'd like to move to areas such as Flower Mound in Texas, Connecticut, Raylene in North Carolina, and Ontario. Secondly, we want to develop our app and incorporate a social media aspect to our services. We want our app to be used to encourage interaction and to get friends and family together. And we also want to introduce an ambassador program that would not only strengthen our bond with our customers, but also help us bring fresh faces to represent our brand. Third, we want to focus on increasing our conversion rate from 5% to, we want to increase our 5% to the amount of customers each friend brings with them a year. Lastly, we want to start profiting out the places we recommend. We believe that we provide lots of value not only to our customers, but also the places of business in which we suggest them. We believe that by charging these places of business, we'd be able to add a huge income stream.
Finally, our last stop, meet the team. The co-founders at Quest consist of myself, Katharina, Justin, Ananya, Hazel, Ben, and Elizabeth. Our team has created individual startups, and now we are really excited to come together and build something bigger. And this concludes our adventure today. We hope you had fun. Our ask for you is for feedback on our business model, and we now open the floor to any questions. Thank you.
Good job, guys. I'm going to pass it over to the judges, Elena or Oliver, whoever wants to start first. You'll have 5 minutes. I'll let you know when the timer kind of runs out.
Sure. Thanks, everyone. What an incredible pitch. I love the energy. It was incredibly great introduction and opener with a really high enthusiasm. So it got me excited and paying attention and taking a lot of notes. I really liked how you also brought up a few of the competitors, and I'd love to ask that as my first question. As you think of the market in LA, I don't know if you have a slide on this or shared it earlier. What do you think is going to be the hardest challenge in terms of other competitors in the space?
Justin, would you like to answer that?
Sure, yeah. So regarding the competitors, I think the main thing is just getting our product out there and having our service being used by many people in LA because there's so many businesses and so many different things to do in Los Angeles. And what these competitors are doing is they have a large traction compared to us. But what makes us different is that we have this personalization incorporated into our adventures. And I think that's something that really makes us stand out. So I think if we're able to market this well and get our service really out there, then we can have a really good competitive edge over our competitors.
And how do you think you could benefit from more viral marketing? Marketing can be pretty expensive when you're doing paid marketing. What do you think helps make what you're up to viral and maybe spread more organically?
Yeah, like we were talking about, TikTok is going to be a very large platform that we're using. And that's essentially there are paid ads on TikTok, but what our strategy consists of is using free traction and I guess natural growth for a company on TikTok. And there's so many viral different trends and different posts regarding on new and up and coming places to visit in the LA area. And literally every area around you can find TikTok posts regarding those. So I think TikTok will be a really good platform for us to grow.
And what has been your traction to date so far on TikTok? Do you have any good examples of like different videos and things that have performed well for you all and what your followership looks like?
We actually just started a TikTok account, I think around 2 days ago, but our first video, I think it's gotten around 350 views, give or take, but we're going to post, I think, another 3 TikToks today, and we'll just see our progress from that.
Awesome. And could you go back to your ask slide again? What do you feel like you need to grow and what would you be trying to accomplish with that ask?
Which slide? Is it this one? Oh.
The one on if you were going to need resources or when you're thinking about like an ask for your investors, what are you asking for and what will that help you achieve?
We just have to ask in our minds. So is it okay if we just ask them?
Yeah, I would love to hear. Yeah, for sure.
We just wanted to ask investors for an investment into marketing because we know that the way that our mission is going to succeed is through marketing. And we want to take that capital and to actually create an app. Have you guys heard of the app BeReal? It's this new social media app that pretty much came out of nowhere and they've gone viral through the word of mouth. And BeReal kind of encourages spontaneous activity. And we believe that the app we want to create is very similar to something like that. And we believe that if we create something very similar to BeReal, then we'd be able to get a lot more traction and a lot more new customers.
So BeReal has received $30 million in funding so far, which is an amazing feat for them, which is really awesome. What do you think would be the first amount of money you would need for maybe some like marketing tests to get some traction, maybe grow your TikTok or confirm some first experiences that would then help you get some traction to then one day raise the 30 million you guys need for the tech?
I think initially probably maybe just around $5,000 to $6,000. And all this money is just going to be used for influencer marketing on TikTok, on Instagram, because we believe that's where most teenagers see like the content. And because that's our target demographic, this is the best way to just get as many new customers as possible.
Awesome. I think I'm out of time. So thank you
I'm
for.
so sorry.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thanks, everyone.
Oliver, the floor is yours.
Can you just describe to me a little bit more about who you view your key clients being? Like what need are they coming to you to try and have addressed?
Liz, would you like to elaborate on that?
So our target audience, is that what you're asking? Who we're targeting? Okay.
Yeah, are these like locals? Are these tourists? Are these?
We're targeting both tourists and locals, people that just want to hang out. They're indecisive on where to go for dates, business meetings, etc.
Okay, so these are, I think you said the age range is 17 to 30. I'm happy to.
Oh, it's 13 to 17. Like mostly teenagers that either ask their parents for rides or they just ask their friends for rides or they just give themselves rides.
Okay, so it's actually 13 to 17. I thought I was going to be young there for a second. Okay, so these are individuals who are looking for, teenagers who are looking for places to hang out in their local areas, etc. And then how did you establish your market sizing of 346 million?
Do you want to pull up the appendix?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, so essentially for our total addressable market, what we did is we divided our target age group gap and had the average age range for the teenagers, which is 17. We multiplied this by the average life expectancy in the US, which is around 80 years. Then we multiplied this number by the total US population of 330 million people and multiplied this by our service fee, which would be $400.99. And that brought us to $346 million. And then for our SAM, the serviceable addressable market, basically what we had is the estimated teenager population in Los Angeles, and we estimated this to be around 800,000 people. And then we just multiplied this by our service fee of $499 to get our value.
So you don't know how much is currently spent on this service in the US as it is. What classification or what sector would you put your service into?
Are you regarding the serviceable obtainable market, or
Just as a whole, would you consider this to be a travel app? Is this a social media app? Or so I guess what I'm trying to know is, like, in the entirety of the US, how much money do people spend as a whole on trying to decide where they should go next?
Okay, so we don't have the information regarding how many people would want to use that service, but this is what we've estimated. Is
Yeah.
that what? Yeah.
No, so the reason why I ask is because, yes, I'm supposed to be doing feedback as well, I hope, is my assumption is that the total addressable market is significantly higher than 346 million. If you think about what's the US population at the moment, 360, 380 million, somewhere in that ballpark. What you're saying actually is that it's less than $1 a person in all of the US, and they're not all users, but would be willing to spend money on these sort of services. And there's a lot of services out there, which means it makes it seem to me like the market's either too crowded or actually people are spending significantly more money on trying to determine what they're going to do next through Google searches, through Event, through Nudge, through all these other platforms. So you actually might be looking at a significantly larger market than what you guys have calculated. But this is just my assumption.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
And then, yeah, how do you actually find out what the activities are? How do you source these sort of things? These questions,
So,
how are they built?
Yes, I guess the mission that we have that sets us apart from our competitors is we're finding different places and activities to do that are more underground and less well known, some businesses that are up and coming. And TikTok, we found that to be a very good platform, and lots of local businesses and areas, different things to do in LA. These are popping up all over TikTok. There's different trends where we can find these activities. And essentially, this will help us a lot in the long run as we're expanding to other places that we may not physically be in. So we can also use TikTok as a platform to find different areas. So, like, for example, Arizona, we don't have anyone living in Arizona, but we could use TikTok to find activities.
Amazing. I think I'm out of time, but fantastic presentation. Thank you so much.